Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's a really cool install. What I'm going to be doing is installing a hardwire camera for everyday driving, off-roading, whatever it is that you want. I'm filming with a new camera, by the way, so hopefully the results are awesome. Let's get into this project and show you what I'm going to be mounting. I went with the Nexar brand Soshi camera. It's the Nex S1. It comes with adhesive, zip ties, a trim tool, everything that you would really need to be able to install this. The only additional things that you're going to need for this is a little star bit for these overhead sun visor mounts to be able to pull that out, and I'll tell you what that is, exactly what size that is in a minute. And then what you're going to need is a 10mm ratchet to be able to pull off these grab handles here in the vehicle and be able to pull up the rest of the trim so that you can hardwire this in using the universal USB hardwire kit from Soshi as well. I'm sure there's others on the market. I'm sure you can find them anywhere if you don't go with this brand or you don't want to use this one specifically. And we're going to hardwire this into the backside of our 12-volt cigarette lighter so that the camera automatically turns on and off with the vehicle ignition. We don't want it to be drawing or anything like that outside of when we're using it. And then the cool thing about this feature of this camera is it automatically records over your old footage if you're not using it. It's super easy, super quick, and I think that you guys will really like it. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna need to do is remove this upper trim. It's pretty simple to get to. What you're gonna need is a T25 star-headed bit, and then you're gonna remove your visor on your driver's side. And this just makes it easier access. It doesn't necessarily play into your trim that you're going to be removing, but it will be limiting the movement of it as you bring it down. So we'll go ahead and make sure that we get this out of the way appropriately, and we're just going to hang it right here on the dash so that it's still supported outside of just this wire right here. Okay, here's the trim tool that Soshi gives you with your camera. It works really well. I was really happy with it, and honestly it's actually like pretty good quality to keep on to keep in your trim kit if you have one, or if you don't, start it with one of these. This is pretty good quality, I think. So we've got these covers off for the grab handles, and there's a 10mm bolt in here that we're gonna access. Once we get both these out, we'll be able to actually pull off this trim after we take off this tweeter cover. All right, we got both these bolts out. We'll use this trim tool again to pull up on gently on this this little tweeter cover right here. There's no bolts in it, it's just all pressure clips. There we go. So as you can see, several pressure clips, and then these two right here on the end hold in this A-pillar mount, and that's really why you have to take this off, but it's pretty simple. So after this is off, we can actually pull this whole thing out. It's on pressure clips, and there you go. That's all we need there. What we'll do is put this to the side, and then we have actually clean access here before we start removing some of the trim down below. But we need to first pull this off so that we can have access to the main portion behind our mirror, and that's where we're gonna mount. All right, so what we're gonna do is pull out on this trim stuff right here, and just gently pull on it at a diagonal angle towards you, because the mounts are diagonal into the frame. So these are out, and then there's the one that's behind the mirror, and that one's kind of a pain. So for the mirror mount, there's on this left side, right about here, there's a clip that you have to remove to be able to get it to drop down. And I'm trying to do it gently without breaking it. There we go. All right, so that's all down, and we can actually have access to pull this wire through. And there's a harness up here that's for your mirror, and we're gonna run this cord along this harness all the way to down this A-pillar, and then into your dash and down to your cigarette lighter. Finish removing this. And as long as you follow this wiring harness, you'll have no issues with any of this cord showing. So the next step that we're going to do is actually pull out the dash on the side and then all the way out to the front after we get this cable ran on this camera. Your kit's going to come with several adhesive backed little 3M pieces. I didn't use any of them. I just used zip ties, but it's totally up to you on what you want to do. I did a pretty clean install on the Gladiator, and I'm very happy with it, and that's what I'm showing you as a replication of that on the Wrangler. So it comes with wet wipe for the window. Make sure we have no grease or anything like that, and help adhesion with the 3M that's on the back of the actual camera mount itself. So it's a two-piece system where you can actually remove the camera from the mount, and it uses one of those what are they called, the USB-Cs to mount it in, and locks it into place. So we'll just press that together, and then you have the 3M backing here, and we'll go ahead and pull off the sticker, and then the 3M. And I've done this before, so I have a good idea where I want it. That's gonna be that. Then what we do is we run this wire across, up in through this trim, and then along the harness that's in here all the way through with several zip ties, and then down this A-pillar. We're gonna pull this harness up through here. And then we're gonna leave enough so that it can actually attach to the top of this mount, and then have a little excess to it. So if you can see, there's a wiring harness right in here, and it follows along this upper trim and down through here and then over to the A-pillar. So we'll follow that along and zip tie it as such, which will be pretty boring. I'll cut past that part and go on to show you the next step. All right, so now that we have this ran, we're just gonna go ahead and button up this upper panel. We won't need any access to it anymore, and just in order to just keep it kind of cleaner, where everything's kind of done at once, we'll push this stuff back in. We'll line up these little retaining pins appropriately. Let's make sure that that one's in right first. There we go. And then push all these in. I want to make sure everything is seated. We'll go ahead and we'll put this sun visor back on. That's out of the way. And then what we'll do is we'll route it down this A-pillar inside the trim underneath the dash. So the next thing that we do is we're just going to pull off this trim piece right here, and there's several retaining clips on it. And like I said, this trim tool that they gave you with this kit is actually like really useful and like quality. I was really surprised by that. It makes it really easy. Nothing gets broken. I really enjoy this. Okay, so now the wiring is gonna just go behind this trim here, and out of sight. I like to leave just a little bit of play, and we'll zip tie there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed it through here and then under the dash. So we'll remove this trim as well. Just hang that guy right there. That'll be out of the way. There's gonna be a port right here. You'll have to get a flashlight. I won't be able to show it to you on camera, but there's gonna be a spot between this metal housing and this plastic trim that you're gonna end up having to slide this USB through, and then fishing it through. And then what we'll do is we will wire it behind and then over this metal bar right here, and then into the dash trim. And I'll show you how to take that apart in a moment too. So let's go ahead and fish this through real quick, and I'll jump you to the next spot. We have the wire underneath the footwell right here, and the next thing you're going to do is just pull off this trim. It's super easy. Start right here because its bottom's already out, and pull off where your push start is, and just a nice amount of pressure, nothing crazy. Don't jerk on it, just a little bit of gradual pressure at a time, and it'll pop off without anything breaking. Okay, so now that this is off, you have two electrical plugs for it that you can choose to unplug and get out of the way. I'm gonna just do that just for video purposes. It's not necessary. And then you disconnect your entire dash from the front, and you have a clean area to work. This is where you'll want to change out your star bit to a Phillips head screwdriver, and remove the one screw that you need to remove. And then the same thing will happen with this section. Is you just pull out the clips. I'll depress them a little bit to help them come out so they're not just drug so hard. Okay. All right, we have the wire going underneath the dash, and there's going to be a difference between a JL and a Gladiator, but the Gladiator is going to have a pocket right here where you can stuff the cable, the extra wiring. But the Wrangler, at least on this 18, has no pocket right here, but it's really easy to access. Just reach your hand up behind here, and then you can feed the wire through this backside. And then I don't know if you can see, but there's a good pocket back here for you to stuff the excess cable without it getting in the way. On the Gladiator, the pocket's going to be over here, or whatever model vehicle you might be installing this on. They may have changed this this way they did this trim on your 19 or 20 JL, whatever it is. But that's essentially in here is going to be where you're going to stuff your excess wire, because there's going to be quite a bit of it. So we'll go ahead and pop this through, and then detach the cigarette lighter, and then clamp down on those cables and put it all back together. Okay, we have the cigarette lighter disconnected. You have 3 wires on here, 2 colored, and then the black, which is your ground. So you want to use the pink and yellow as far as your positive goes. On the Gladiator, it was different, and the actual wire gauging was smaller for the illumination ring. This one's a orange and gray for the illumination ring. The pink and yellow is going to be your hot. But like I said, on the Gladiator that I did, it is a much smaller wire than the power and the ground, and so I tapped into the power knowing that the larger wire was going to be the power. On this one, they're all the same size, so I'll peel this back, this insulation, and then we'll tap in further up here, and then connect this whole thing, re-plug in the dash, and then turn it on and verify that it works appropriately. So we'll go ahead and peel this back. Okay, so we have the wire exposed, and this is the wiring harness that you're going to plug your USB into, and then red goes into pink and yellow on this model, and then black goes into ground. And we'll connect the USB, plug everything back in, verify that it works, and then tighten everything up, and that'll complete the project. So first thing I'm going to do is give it a little bit of room back here, and then we're going to clamp down. I have some vice grips that I'm going to use to clamp down on this wire so it'll cut through, and they're angled so it won't split the plastic. And then you'll hear like a snap, a clicky noise. There's one. Do the black for the ground. All right, both of those are tapped. Get our dash put back in, and then we'll verify that it all turns on before finalizing everything. We got this all plugged in. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, the camera's behind here, and you can't see it, but the red light is on, and it is working properly. So we still have to do a setup on this camera, but it is plugged in. It is wired appropriately. It'll turn off when the vehicle turns off, and we won't have any issues with that. We've got the wiring harness all tucked in there. Everything's put back together. All we have to do is put in this screw right here and then plug in the dash. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and put this dash back on, and then we'll put this side panel on. We'll go ahead and reinstall the A-pillar handle. Okay, we'll reinstall these little trim covers, and then we'll reinstall the tweeter cover, ensuring that these two little notches fit over the A-pillar. And that's it. The camera and the phone connect wirelessly, and now it's going to update. It'll make several noises while it updates, giving you the key indicator that it's actually working and not frozen. Okay, it's all done updating. So now that it's done, it will record every time you start your vehicle and drive, and every time you stop, it will stop recording. It does not automatically download everything to your phone. It will download events that it detects are like hard stops or accidents automatically, so that you don't potentially lose those. But anything that you want to pull off of there, you can manually pull off of through the app, or connect it to your computer, take out the little SD card, and then download the information and put it back in. But just be cognizant of the fact, based on the size of your SD card, it will write over the video as it needs, as it runs out of room. On this one is a 32 gig, so that's about 4 hours. So let's go on a little test drive here and show you that it detects and then stops. Okay, so you have a live view of the drive on your phone, but you don't have to have this on, and it'll still track, and then it'll end your drive when you turn off your vehicle. So we'll go ahead and exit out of that, pull back into the garage, turn off the vehicle, and it should end the video. All right, so that was the vehicle turning off your drive, and then on here is a notification: your drive is ended, everything turned off, it no longer has power. Okay, so that's the install. Everything went really smooth. This gives you the ability to have low light video, off-road video, regular street driving video, no wires showing, no batteries to replace. Turns on with the vehicle, turns off with the vehicle. It's just there when you need it, and you don't even know it's there. If you like it, great. If you don't, hey, that's fine too. But if you have any questions, drop them in the comment box below. Be sure to subscribe and like, and we will see you on the next video.